Our reading from the first letter of St. Peter. Beloved, if you invoke as Father him who judges impartially according to each one's works, conduct yourselves with reverence during the time of your sojourning, realizing that you were ransomed from your futile conduct, handed on by your ancestors, not with perishable things like silver or gold, but with the precious blood of Christ, as of a spotless, unblemished lamb. He was known before the foundation of the world, but revealed in the final time for you, who through him believe in God, who raised him from the dead and gave him glory, so that your faith and hope are in God. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
This is the end, my only friend, the end. In life, we experience many endings and finales, and on a human level, these endings can be tough and hard for us. But for God, the ending is what makes the beginning. As 1 Peter tells us, Christ was revealed in the final time for you. The author of 1 Peter is reminding the community he's writing to, and to us today, that the cross seemed like the end of Christ, but as an Easter people, we know it was really the beginning of, as St. Augustine tells us, the new age. For Christ, of course, is the Alpha and the Omega. The Alpha, known, as we heard today, before the foundation of the world. The Omega, as revealed in the final time for you. So Christ's sacrifice changes everything. It was the end, the finale. It is the end of the old age, the age of sin, death, and fallen creation, but the beginning of the realm of light, grace, love, and virtue, revealed in the final time for you. And we here are at an end. This is the final Vespers preaching of the year. It's the end of a semester, which comes with all of the stress and emotions, with final papers and exams, relationships with others changing, solemn vows, ordinations, people, individuals leaving our lives, others soon to enter our lives. All of these endings, these finales, mean, because we are now in Christ, who was revealed in the final time for us, that we should rejoice in endings, because they are really new beginnings, renewing us in the Paschal mystery on our way back to our Creator. And all of these endings and new beginnings, then, is fear of the Lord. As 1 Peter says today, it is the Father who judges impartially according to each one's works. A fear of the Lord, though, not based on doing this or not doing these certain actions, but based on love. A love that is so deep that one fears not letting down or disappointing the other, the beloved, who was revealed in the final time for us. This fear of the Lord, then, is an ending, a finale of our own ego, and a beginning of a deeper life in the Spirit. As our reading says today, so that your faith and hope are in God. In God, not in ourselves. And so the question must be asked then, is our prayer grounded in ourselves, or is it grounded in God, who is love? And it seems how we treat our brothers that we live with is an indication of whether or not our prayer is grounded in ourselves or in God. An example would be, let's say we desire to pray a rosary or do some sort of spiritual act, watch a movie or something we think will bring us great spiritual edification, and a brother comes in and disrupts us. And we think, this jerk, he is stopping me from experiencing this grace and spiritual union with God. But if we are truly grounded in God and in our hope is grounded in Him and not in ourselves, instead of reacting this way, of course, we would react with love for the brother. As St. Therese reminds us, loving the brother in that situation, instead of praying our rosary or doing our religious devotion, is as good or greater than praying that rosary or that religious practice. And it is when we reach this height of virtue that we can say, like Jim Modal, "Thank God I'm a winner." And of course, we see this life of virtue grounded in God in all of our mothers on this Mother's Day. And so, as we come to the end of another school year, we should not fear or dread this or any ending, for because we are in Christ, the Alpha and the Omega, who, as we know, was revealed in the final time for us, will make all our endings new beginnings. For He is the end, our only friend, the end, and our beginning.